something they provided in their answer.
That is correct. When will you use a non-directive interview?
For positions like counseling,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That you want
when you
them
need
to.
to get them to talk more.
Exactly.
I would say it's probably sales too.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So they can get the cell talking and talking. Yes, absolutely. Very good. What's the difference? Remember, some people that used to get confused on this one, not anymore. So behavioral versus situational interview.
Behavioral is how you handled a situation versus situational is what if. What if this
Excellent.
happened? How would you do it?
Correct. Because the behavioral is going to use the concept that past behavior will predict future behavior. So we want to see how the applicant handle a previous. Somebody needs to mute themselves around there. They want to see, I think it's coming from Rashmi, I'm not sure. Thank you, Rashmi. Okay, so what we want to see is how they handle a previous experience. We want to ask about real life experiences, real life scenarios. And with the situational is hypothetical situations. We're going to be asking for like, what if? What would you use a situational interview? In what situations will you use a situational interview?
You could use a situational. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's good.
Okay. Go ahead, Rashmi.
I was just going to say you could use a situational interview when you're assessing like a salesperson or something. You could put them like a customer facing job. You give them a situation where they're dealing with a customer and how would they handle themselves in that sort of a situation.
Okay.
Like you can create a situation for them.
But why would you want to create a situation? Why are we using a situational versus a behavioral?
To see how they are going to react.
To see how they are going to react. Hi,
Also because they might not have experience working.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, that's
excellent. Very good. So you want to see how they're going to react to a new situation that they haven't had in the past. It's going to be the opposite of the behavior. The behavior, we want to see how they react in the past. Past behavior will predict future behavior. But in the situational, no, we don't want to ask them for something that they already had in the past. We want them to tell us how they will react to a new situation they haven't handled, they haven't faced in the past. And also, like Fabiola said, when the person doesn't have a lot of work experience, maybe they just graduated from high school or from college and they haven't had any jobs. This is the first job. So you don't want to be asking like, well, tell me how you have handled a situation with a upset customer. I never had an upset customer. How did you handle a conflict with a coworker? I never had any coworkers. I already told you that this is my first position that I'm ever applying. Okay, so that's what you will use a situational. Now, what is a stress interview? A stress interview.
Wouldn't that be where you're checking to see if they could handle manual or physical activities?
No, it's when you're hiring somebody for a high stress position and the interviewer assumes a more aggressive role in the interview.
Mm-hmm.
And it's used in situations like a police officer or 911 operator or something like that.
Yep, that is correct. Okay. So that's what you want to use in a stress interview, because typically in an interview, we want to make the candidate feel comfortable, right? Not in a stress interview. We're going to be very, very aggressive and we're going to intimidate them and we're going to make them feel really bad in the interview. We're doing that intentionally because most likely the position that this individual is applying for is a very stressful position. Absolutely, right? And I always smile when I think about this because it brings back to my mind, some of you probably remember, a situation that I love to share. That you can Google it. You can find it in YouTube. There was this 911 operator dealing with this situation where a woman had given her Xanax or some medication, to her chimpanzee. that weigh like, I don't know, like 200 pounds. Okay. She used to give him her Xanax or something to calm him down. So there was a situation where this woman's boss came to visit her. She had a new haircut, and the chimpanzee didn't recognize her, and he went crazy and started attacking her. And you can hear in the video that you watch on YouTube with the 911 operator situation when the woman is calling 911 and saying, please send somebody, my chimpanzee is attacking my boss. And he just pulled her face. He pulled her entire face, imagine. Okay, but anyway. So, and the woman, the 911 operator, she was very calm and cool and collected. Ma'am, can you go into the room where your friend is and see if you can help her? You know, help is on the way. No, he's killing her. He's gonna kill me too. And then 911 operator was like nothing. Okay, so that's why I always said 911 operators, you definitely want to put them through a stressful interview. That's when you use stress interviews.